What's going on, folks? It's your big brother TREN Genius, and you tuned in again to another exclusive video. Good morning, and good morning. So here on my channel, y'all know I'm making all kinds of videos and whatnot, but today this is like a warning video, okay? Warning video. Prepare. All right. For those who don't know me, I'm a very informative person. You know, I get my news from good sources. I keep track of world news and things that's going on. You know, I'm very inquisitive when it comes down to gathering information from my sources, you know, and just hearing through the grapevine what's about to happen for the future. You know, I'm a passive income earner. I haven't punched the clock in the past 10 years, you know, so I have to make sure that I'm staying on top of, you know, where the money is flowing and how to make multiple streams of income and stuff like that, just so I can remain a passive income earner, you know, and not have to go back to work for nobody. So I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make this video to help y'all, okay? And when I tell y'all what I'm about to tell y'all, I need you to listen to me very closely, because I'm not about to tell you not one lie. Everything that I'm about to say is 100% facts, okay? I can feel it. I know what's about to happen, all right? You probably can feel it right now, and because you're going through a situation, a financial situation, and you can tell that something is not right. You know, you probably barely making it. You probably just getting over broke. You know, you just over broke, you know, and you're probably living paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking to you, all right? Listen, if you're living from paycheck to paycheck and you're struggling right now to make ends meet, I just want to let you know you're not the only one. This is probably 75% of people in this country right now that's living like from paycheck to paycheck, and they barely making ends meet. You know, a lot of people out here faking it. A lot of people walking around, they might look like they doing good, but do not be fooled, folks. It's a lot of people out here, if they didn't get the right amount of money on their check this week, they wouldn't be able to pay their monthly mortgage or their monthly rent. It's just that tight right now. It's really tight. There's no money flowing in the economy right now. As y'all know, Donald Trump got these tariffs out, and that stuff is making everything go up. But that's not really why everything is going up. So stay tuned, listen to this video, man. I'm about to tell you what you need to do, because, folks, layoffs are coming. They're going to keep coming, all right? Some people are laid off right now from their job that they've been at for like 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, you know. And some people will get laid off this coming month, right? And it's going to keep happening all through the year. It ain't going to get better, y'all. It's not going to get better. So if you got a job right now where you work for somebody, I just want to let you know your job is on the line of laying you off, especially if you're in the retail industry and you serve consumers. You know why? I'm about to tell you why. So listen, folks. For those of you who don't know, my father, he's been in the trucking industry for about, dang, how long has my father been working, building trucks? Probably about 20 years, probably not more, if not more. Even my dad, who builds trucks, like the 18-wheelers that go up and down the highway, he's not even working his normal hours that he normally work. And my daddy make buku money, right? He's not even working his normal hours that he normally work. Why? Because they can't build trucks, because nobody's buying trucks. Because, and here's the catcher, nobody's buying trucks because there are not enough trucks on the road that's taking products to stores. So now the truck drivers, people who carry the goods on the trucks, they're barely working, okay? They are barely working because at the ports, there are not enough products coming into the ports for them to take. They don't have no routes to run, because a lot of stores are not getting products anymore because the products on the shelves are too high and consumers cannot buy stuff like they used to anymore. Okay, so the stores can't buy no more that much goods anymore because everything is too expensive now. And then you already know we got tariffs on China. China is our #1 supplier of goods. So if we got tariffs on China, that means that they're not going to be giving us products anymore because we put tariffs on them that's like sky high. So that means that most of the products that you normally would see in stores, whether there's the Best Buy, they make stuff at like the mall, stuff on Amazon, all kind of products that China makes. You will not even see those products anymore in the next few weeks because China is not sending us anything anymore. So what that means is if you work in a retail store or if you work online from home or something like that and you selling products or you selling goods to people, your chances of getting laid off are like that high. You won't be able to work. And it's only getting worse, folks. I'm telling you, it's getting tight. Even I notice it, being a passive income earner. When I go to the store, I remember I went to the store last week and I bought a few items. It came out to like $73. And I'm just like, yo, I didn't get nothing but like 10 items. And that just goes to show me that everything is increasing. People can't even afford groceries no more. Like every time you go in the grocery store, just take a look, folks. The writing is on the wall. Just look at how many items people have. They don't have a cart full of groceries. They have only a few. They can't afford to buy a lot of stuff anymore. And then you see the shelves stocked up with products and groceries that have sales on them and stuff, but the people can't even afford it when it's on the sale. Folks, the writing is on the wall. We are going into a recession. Even though it don't look like it, it feels like it. Okay? Things are getting much more tighter. People are starting not to be able to afford groceries. You got people financing groceries now. Uber Eats is extremely high. You can barely order from Uber Eats or something like that because the prices are just ridiculous. You got to tip the driver. And then not only that, the food is going to be more higher versus if you went in to like purchase the food yourself, and bought the food like yourself. So you don't even want to buy nothing off Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, but like Instacart or Uber Eats or anymore because it's too high. But see, this is the reason why everything is so high right now, folks. And this is the reason why we're going into a recession, okay? We live in a hookup culture, y'all. And a lot of people right now are single. A lot of people are doing their own thing, okay? The family structure has collapsed, okay? So you don't see partners anymore. You don't see a lot of people getting married anymore. As a matter of fact, the birth production rate is at an all-time low right now. Women are not even having babies, all right? Because men are not even getting in relationships. Women are not getting in relationships. So what this causes is it caused the markets to crash, okay? Because nobody has enough money to go out and buy as much as they would buy as if they was with like a couple. You know what I mean? If you had a couple or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, okay, you will be able to go out to these restaurants and pay these restaurants for a 5-star dinner, or you will be able to go to the grocery store. You will be able to rack up and stock up on groceries and not have to worry about going to get groceries for the whole week. Why? Because you have a partner. But like I said, now since we live in a hookup culture where everybody's working on themselves, everybody's doing things for self, and more people are single than ever. More people are paying rent and stuff on their own by themselves. People are paying car payments by themselves, and nobody's getting together. There's a cause and an effect to that. That's going to make the markets decline. That's going to make inflation go higher because companies now are getting more, anxious. They're more greedier because they're not making money as if everything was normal. Okay, so they have to raise the prices to get their end of the cut, And so this is all a trickle effect. This is all making the economy crash, okay? And it's getting to a point now that it's going down so fast that layoffs are happening because people, like the companies, can't afford to pay people anymore. This is why you walk into grocery stores or you walk into your local pawn shop or wherever you go shop and stuff. This is why you see only like 3 customers working on the floor. You know what I'm saying? This is why you only see like 5 not customers working on the floor, sorry. This is why you only see like 3 employees working on the floor. You know, you see a little bit of customers, then you see like 2 employees, and you're like, yo, where's the help at? Can anybody help me? They can't help you because they can't afford to even pay. Companies have to cut back on hiring people now because they can't afford to pay employees. And this is why a lot of people are not getting jobs, even though they're trying. This is why a lot of people are getting laid off, even though they want to work. It's not that they can't work and they don't want to work. It's just that these companies cannot afford to pay them as much as they would pay them if production was booming. You know, this is why the trucking company is laying off workers. Okay, if you're a truck driver, bro, you're gonna lose your job eventually because there's no products to go pick up. China don't mess with us no more. Okay, so it's coming, it's inevitable, y'all. So here's the solution to that. Okay, y'all know I've been doing YouTube and social media for like 9 years. Okay, I know what I'm doing. All right, this ain't my only channel, so I can get on here and tell y'all all kind of stuff on this channel because I got other channels, I got other platforms that I make money off of. You know, I've been doing this, I'm an expert at this. Okay, do y'all remember COVID, right? When COVID came, everybody had to quit working. Nobody thought COVID was real. You know, it was just looming in the sky. Nah, everything ain't gonna shut down. It can't be real. And look what we had. We had a shutdown, a worldwide shutdown where everybody had to stay at home. Nobody could work. Everybody had to get laid off. You know what I mean? And they gave us stimulus checks and stuff like that, which wasn't enough money to make ends meet at the end of the day. So people like me, I didn't lose a thing. I didn't lose a dime because I was still making videos on social media platforms here on YouTube. Okay, everybody else was out of work. I was still making videos. So what I'm telling you is, if you have some type of craft, some type of skill, or some type of trade, or you have any type of knowledge or information that you're able to teach people, okay, versus being at the job and doing it and working for them, because they're gonna lay you off eventually. Especially if you fall into the category of anything I just talked about, okay, you're gonna get laid off. I'm sorry. It's a recession coming, folks. It's not enough money flowing in the economy anymore. So what I suggest you to do is I suggest you to take me up on my offer. You definitely need to listen to me when I say you need to get my course, man. Okay, I'm a YouTube coach. Okay, I'm a YouTube coach. I'm a social media expert. Okay, I got 100,000 followers on TikTok, 40,000 I think on Facebook, 900,000 on Instagram, 300,000 on YouTube, 10,000 on my other channel, almost 11,000, 3,000 on my other channel. Okay, I can go on. I know what I'm doing. Okay, if you started to work on social media while these layoffs and this recession is coming, you won't lose a thing. I'm telling you, because these social media companies are in competition with each other and they are rewarding content creators like never before. I've seen content creators come up overnight within 2 or 3 months of starting YouTube. Why? Because YouTube is competing with TikTok. I've seen people get on TikTok and blow up faster than people on Snapchat. Why? Because TikTok is competing with Snapchat. I've seen myself even start Facebook videos and stuff like that, and I get tons and tons of followers and tons of shares, and I'm making a decent amount of money on Facebook, and I just started Facebook the end of 2024, that quick. So these social media companies will always make money, no matter if people getting laid off, no matter if it's a recession, no matter, because they're not gonna cut off social media, okay? So again, if you need a coach, if you want to start YouTube, you need to get my YouTube course today. It's the best investment you can possibly make in your life, all right? I'm not trying to hustle you. I don't need your money because, like I said, when this recession comes, I'm gonna still be making videos just like this. I'm gonna still have my job, okay? I'm just trying to help you out. If you're a person that has a day-to-day job, you work a 9 to 5, or you do any type of retail, or you do online work or something like that, I'm trying to help you out, okay? So that you don't get caught up in this riffraff, because it's coming, folks. Inflation is gonna keep going up. These tariffs are not going away. You're not gonna ever get in a relationship with nobody to be able to split the cost. I mean, everything is gonna continue to go the way it is. I'm sorry, it's a sad truth, but it's reality, and you have to prepare for it before it comes. And the easiest thing you can do is start your own social media like I did, okay? I'm a coach. See, I'm just a guy who don't mind giving back. You know, I don't mind giving back because I know how hard it is to survive when finances are low. I've been there before. I've been super broke. I've been reaching in my pockets and pulling out pennies and quarters. I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind helping you out, you know, when it comes to YouTube. Okay, if you want to start this YouTube channel and you got what it takes, you smart, or you know how to do something and nobody else don't know how to do, you need to get on this platform. This is your confirmation right here. Don't wait, don't hesitate. You need to make the investment, because this investment is bigger than what you about to lose in the future if you don't do it. Okay, because you won't be able to work no more. Okay, but if you take me up on my offer, the number one thing you can do is get my YouTube course. Now, when you get my YouTube course, you take it ain't a big course. It ain't nothing crazy where you got to take 3 days to do it or anything like that. It's just something simple. But the main squeeze of the course is when you talk to me, okay? Because you talk to me for free after you do the course. You just send me an email and you just say, Big Bro TREN, I'm done with it. I see a receipt that you got the course, which is super cheap, okay? And you talk to me personally, and I'll tell you how to start YouTube. I'll tell you how to get popping on TikTok. I'll tell you how to get popping on Rumble. I'll tell you how to make your Facebook thrive, to have 900,000 shares and 20,000 views. I'll tell you how to do that. I know how to do that. I know how the algorithm works. I've read all the books. That's why my stuff is always popping, okay? Because I know the sauce, okay? So even if you got a YouTube channel and it ain't thriving right now, that's just because you don't know what I know, okay? I can tell you the sauce if you get the course, okay? And again, folks, it's the best investment you can make right now in 2025, because we headed to a recession, y'all. And it's gonna be in the summertime too. Think about it. It's gonna be super hot, super miserable, because we're gonna have a hot summer. And ain't nobody gonna be able to work to make no money to enjoy their summer. Come on. Why not do social media and get rid of all that right now, okay? So if you've been trying to quit your job, man, bro, now is the time to do it. Layoffs are happening. It's all around us, folks. The writing is on the wall. The economy's in the tank, folks. But you ain't got to worry about that if you let me help you and teach you how to start your social media stuff. Make the investment today. Don't look back. Don't think about this. Don't second guess and be like, I'm going to do it later. When you wait till later, it's going to be too late. You're gonna say, dang, TREN, you was right. We did go into a shutdown. Yeah, you was right. It's too late by that time. It's gonna be too late. Then you ain't gonna have enough money to do the course. So I'm just trying to give back, man. I'm just trying to help y'all out, help y'all see, you know, how to make this money, because it's getting funny out here, y'all, and y'all don't want to be at the last minute trying to get into the club, okay? So with that being said, man, it's your big brother TREN. Remember this video, man. Make sure you get my course. Click the link below, get my course. I'll be talking to you once you finish it. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.